Hi, I'm Gail Rubin, the Doyenne of Death, with today's Mortality Minute. So happy to be talking with Jim Lamar, the president of Greenlawn Cemeteries and Funeral Homes in Bakersfield, California. Hi, Jim.
Hey, Gail.
Great to see you.
It's good to be seen.
Better than being viewed.
That's right. That's right.
We have got the Before I Die Festival coming up at your Southwest Cemetery, Greenlawn Southwest in Bakersfield, June 1st, 2019. And tell us a bit about it. Why are you doing this? What's involved?
Well, we're so excited to host this. We know you've done these throughout the country and to rave reviews, and you've got a lot of notoriety. A lot of people were thankful what you were able to do and how you communicate those messages. So we're excited to be the only one in the area to have done something like this. But, you know, in the business that we're in, we all know that death is going to face all of us at some point in time. And so many families, they just really don't know what they're getting into. I know a lot of times they pre-plan and it's pre-funded, but they still walk in and they'll say things like, I've never done this before. I'm not really sure what to do. So I feel to create an environment we can educate, help them, also take some of the fear out of it so they know what's forthcoming, and always go when they say prepared is going in prepared is the best way to do it. Forewarned is kind of forearmed, and we're hoping that we can educate them and help them and take some of the mystery out of it.
And wow, what a program we've got put together. It's going from 10 in the morning until 7 o'clock at night. And I love the mortuary mall that we'll start out with. Actually, that'll be set up all day for people to check out when they arrive. And that's in the parking lot. What's going to be out there?
Well, when you pull up, what you'll see is different tables with some of our vendors, our providers. There'll be an area with caskets so you can look at caskets. You know, someone said, well, why would you do that? And I said, you know, when we attend our grandmother's funeral, right, we wonder, like, I've never really seen a casket up close, or people have asked me, is that pillow, is it really functional, you know? And so, but we're afraid to reach in there with grandma and touch that. And so we want people to be able to take that fear and that mystique off of that and see the caskets, talk to the vendors, understand how they're made, how they're designed, what makes them different. We'll have caskets available. We'll have burial vaults. We'll have urns. We have a monument company, so we'll show how markers are made. We'll have different stages of the monument process, how they're engraved, and the mats are done on that. And so we want people to walk around and see all the things that they'll be dealing with when a death occurs, but put it out there in a non-threatening, informative manner.
Almost festival-like, in fact.
Very so. Oh, we'll have food trucks there too. So that's
never food trucks for lunch. And I'll be there conducting the newly dead game, which is like the newlywed game. But in this case, the questions in the couples version is how well you know your partner's last wishes. But this past year, I created an individuals edition of the game, so everybody in the audience can play, and we'll test people on how well prepared they are for end-of-life issues. And I'll give you a hint. If you answer, I don't care, I'll be dead, you won't get very many points. And that will lead into our Death Cafe conversation. I was one of the first people in the United States to hold the Death Cafe, and excited to be bringing that. And we'll hold that from, well, 10 a.m. to 11:30 in the morning. And that's in one of your reception centers, I understand.
Yes, we have a beautiful reception area. So we'll have that there with some refreshments. And then we'll have breakout sessions. We have hospice there. We have several people that will talk about obituaries and how to write those. Estate planning. There'll be someone would call it the woo-woo side of death from a paranormal society talking about that. And then everything you want to know about death, basically. We want you to be able to walk around and say, and go visit someone and understand what end-of-life decisions have to be made and how best to be prepared, but in a lighthearted manner so that there's no fear, there's no sadness, just a great educational experience.
And I'll be doing Laughing in the Face of Death, funny films for funeral planning. So a collection of film clips that help us laugh in the face of death. And you can only do that when it seems like a distant possibility.
You're right.
And then, of course, we're ending the day with the movie Undertaking Betty, which is hysterical.
Okay.
And you can learn a lot about the funeral industry watching this movie.
Yes.
And of course, there will be popcorn. So, and that's from 5 to 7. So,
and we'll have some tours also, Gail. We have one of our embalmers, Denny Blades, who's worked for years, highly respected, and he'll be walking people through a prep room, showing them just a little bit of what that is like and answer any questions. And we'll have our cremation manager who handles our crematory, walking them through and showing them the processes that are involved with cremation. We'll have a gravesite set up. People often wonder, is it really 6 feet down there? And they want to look in there. But you know, when you go to service and there's a lowering device and a casket there, it's a little different than just with an open grave, and you can see what the ground looks like when it's prepared to receive a casket. So we want people to any questions they've ever had, anything they wish they could have seen, make that available to them.
That is wonderful. Well, I see by the sands of time that our time is up for Mortality Minute, and I'm so looking forward to meeting you in person on June 1st.